Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a long awaited video, something I probably should have made roughly 2 years ago, but that's showing off my (2001) Lexus Lx470. She's a beauty. I had this car since the end of 2023, I believe, and gone on many trips with it. It hasn't let me down, other than when the alternator went out during a fishing trip between a friend and I. She's been running strong since. So for the front here, you probably could tell the bumper is cut. We have some ditch lights on the rebar mounted. We have an aftermarket grill that's not the original grill. I didn't like it at first, but then once I add the Prinsu rack, it kind of tied everything together, which I'm glad. But here for the front, nothing crazy. It did have a hitch before with the previous owner, but I opted to not buy it off of him. So this is how she looks. I did have the grill piece that went down here, but unfortunately I lost it. Rip, but oh well. So yeah, factory headlights, factory fog lamps. I'm actually looking at a new set of fog lamps to replace because these ones are a little crusty, and also they kind of hinder the LED lights I have in there. So, and I like to be able to see at night, so hopefully soon. So the ditch lights, for the ditch lights that's behind the grill, they were aux beam. Most of the stuff that's done to the car the previous owner had done. I'm now the third owner. As we continue on, I'll explain to you stuff that I've done and the previous owner. But for the ditch lights right here and the ditch lights up here, that was all the previous owner. Pretty much the only thing I have done myself is pretty much the grill. I got the tint done and the Prinsu rack and a whole bunch of maintenance. But as for the tires and wheels, these are the stock wheels. They're 18s. Right now is sitting on Yokohama Geolanders ATs. Where is my wheel specs? Oh, there we go. 285, 75, 18s. So fake 35s, if you will. And I forget what size spacers. I forget what size spacers I have on there. For suspension setup, I'm running a 2-inch Old Man Emu with Bilstein shocks. That was something that the previous owner had done also. As you can obviously tell, the quarter panel's damaged. That was something that was done by their first owner. I'm actually a third owner now. Basically, he went to Windrock down in Tennessee, which is a pretty intense trail. Caught a boo-boo, and it's kind of been like this since. I do plan on fixing it one day, but at the same time, it's a car as old as I am, so it's not meant to be perfect. I also have all these stickers up here. I guess it kind of aids for the damage right here. It cancels each other out, so it works out, I guess. I hope. Going along the roof rail, we have some extra wiring with some connections at the end for other lights I want to hook up to that I want to mount on the rack. I haven't come across anything that I liked, really. I'm kind of fine with all the lights I have as of right now, but I'm hoping eventually I can do the body work on this car and get it wrapped and hopefully find a rooftop tent and acquire the Dominson's upper control arms. So we'll see. Alright, I'm going to quickly show you guys the interior. There's nothing crazy about it. Also, I have it a mess right now because I haven't gotten around to cleaning it. But we got the gray interior with the wood grain trims. I'm a big fan of the steering wheel, actually. I really do enjoy it. These are actually seat covers on the car right now. I didn't know there were seat covers the entire time until the guy pointed them out. So it's pretty cool how it's kind of the same color, well, mostly. And I haven't taken these off to see what the seats look like underneath, and I don't think I'm gonna plan on to. I think I'll just leave them on. So, yeah. So here's the radio. The radio when I originally bought the car actually worked, but for some odd reason, I think it ended up just blowing a fuse. So I ran without a radio for a little bit and ran with this little thing, which is kind of like a tablet with Apple CarPlay a little bit, and just played music off of this. Then eventually one day, I just started replacing all the broken fuses in the car, and the radio came back on, and just kind of been using both of these, which is kind of cool because I could play my music off of here, but then I can have my Apple CarPlay stuff up here, which is a lot nicer than trying to reach over and change something on the screen. Here's my aux beam switch panel. This came with the previous. This was something done by the previous owner, and honestly, I really like it. There's some lights underneath the vehicle too. Some rock lights underneath the vehicle, which was done by the previous owner also. So here we are at the back of the vehicle. There's nothing obviously crazy going on back here. It's just the standard trunk. But one of my favorite features of the 100 series Land Cruiser is the clam style liftgate and tailgate, which is this. The car is kind of a mess right now because I have my kayak stuff and my fishing stuff in here still, so I haven't gotten a chance yet to clean it. But yeah, this is one of my favorite features. You kind of could get to you get best of both worlds. You get to sit on here, still be covered. It's awesome. It's like I have a truck, but not really. Just kind of a cooler SUV. I know the X5s have this style tailgate, but to me, these are a lot cooler than X5s. I mean, I think X5s are still cool, but this one has more character. I'll quickly show off the mileage real quick on where we're sitting at currently. 266,631 miles. So yeah, I'm hoping I can reach it to 300K. From my knowledge, or at least what the previous owner told me, this is original everything. I hope. One of the cool features that I want to show off, that's my favorite, that I also really much enjoy about this car, is these rear vented windows. They pop out. Sometimes when I do camp with the car, these are a lot nice. Or sometimes when I'm just driving with the window down, they're really nice. I really do enjoy those. Okay, now we're under the hood. Here's some aux beam switch panels back here. That was busted open. I don't know why. So, but yeah, switch assembly. It's pretty much stock and dirty under here, other than the wiring and stuff. But yeah, got the 0472UZ FE. So she's still running strong. My camera stand's not the tallest. But basically, since owning the vehicle, has been nothing but great memories, honestly, and really solid road trips with my friends, family. I've gone multiple places with the car. For example, I've gone to the Poconos. I went to Virginia multiple times with this car. I went to the Outer Banks with this car. And each experience has been genuinely awesome. Other than the miles per gallon, which kind of sucked. I think when I had an exhaust leak is the same time we went to OBX, and my average fuel consumption was 14 miles per gallon. So that was not great. Almost every 2.5 hours I had to stop over and refill. So as for maintenance wise of the car, obviously it is a car from 2001. It is 24 years old. You know, I bought it with the understanding of some things are going to need done and addressed. So she wasn't perfect. She's still not perfect, but she runs a lot better than she once did, and that's all that matters. I'm hoping to drive this vehicle to a lot more destinations further down the road. The cost of maintenance, I can't recall how much exactly I've spent on the car in maintenance, but I can kind of tell you what exactly I've all done. So far, since owning the car, I left both axles. I also changed the PCV. I've changed the clutch fan, the belt, the alternator. I got a new battery for the car. I have also, what else have I done? I also put a new fuel filter in the car. I also put a new radiator. The spacers that were originally on the car, those were kind of chopped, so we got those replaced. Another thing that got done to the car was it got a new rear drive shaft. Unfortunately, after the OBX trip, the rear drive shaft of the vehicle kind of seized up and locked up, and basically made it hard for that rear drive shaft to expand, and so constant like dumping noise in the back. And thankfully we got it all sorted out, thanks to the technician Hunter. He was able to help me out with that one, and now the car drives a lot smoother and she's ready for her next road trip. Where to? I don't know exactly. We're still trying to figure that out, but we can at least be optimistic about it and be happy that we have a road trip coming up soon. Hopefully that does it for the coverage of this car. I think I pretty much covered everything. The car is not something crazy as of right now, nor do I want it to be. I very much enjoy the way that it is right now, kind of like this OEM Plus look. To me, less is more. I really do enjoy the look of the car right now, and I think it's perfect. Sure, there's some stuff I want, but it's more of a want than a need. So, well, if you stay towards the end, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for watching, and take care.